Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYS FANS. Let's get to the news. The NFL landscape is always shifting, and right now, all eyes are on a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC East, and more specifically, the Dallas Cowboys' chances of making that deep playoff run everyone's been dreaming of. Rumors are swirling that the Houston Texans are considering moving Derek Stingley Jr. to Dallas, and if this deal goes through, it might just be one of the most impactful moves of the season so far. Now, let's unpack everything, what it could mean for our boys and how it fits into the bigger picture of this Cowboys season. Because trust me, the stakes are high and the impact could be felt right through the playoffs. First off, let's talk about Stingley Jr. himself. This guy is a legit game changer. He's been a top-tier cornerback when healthy, and his stats in 2025 back that up. He's been a Pro Bowler and ranked in the top 10 in PFF coverage grades. We're talking about a guy who's not just good. He's elite when it comes to man coverage with a grade of 94.5, and he's been making plays all over the field. He's tallied 60 tackles, snagged 6 interceptions, broken up 17 passes, and allowed just a 91.8 PFF coverage grade, which is impressive. His EPA per target is negative, at -0.43, meaning he's effectively limiting the air yards opponents get against him. And he's a master at shutting down deep routes, with an 87% success rate in lockdown coverage on deep passes, such as his standout game against the Colts in Week 3, where he forced 3 pass breakups. That kind of consistency is rare, especially for a player with his youth and promise. Not only that, but Stingley's career stats reflect his impact. With 18 career interceptions and 190 tackles, he's proven he can make plays at all levels of the field. Even after suffering a rib injury in Week 5 that limited him to 75% of the snaps, his performance didn't dip. He remained a key piece of Houston's secondary. His ability to lock down receivers and make game-changing plays makes him a perfect fit for a Cowboys secondary that's been looking for that extra boost to elevate their game. Now, why are the Texans considering a move like this? Well, Houston's in a tricky spot financially. They've got to manage the cap, especially with rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud now earning a hefty $35 million extension. Their secondary has shown some instability, giving up 218 yards per game through the air, which is a concern when you're trying to build a winning team. Trading Stingley could free up some cap space and give them some draft capital to rebuild their roster, but it's a gamble. The Texans need to bolster their secondary in the draft or free agency, and moving a player of Stingley's caliber signals they're prioritizing other areas, like their offensive line or extending Stroud. This is where the Cowboys come in. Our secondary, despite a promising start, has been exposed at times, especially with injuries to key cornerbacks. We've been allowing around 225 yards through the air per game, and that's with Trevon Diggs and Deron Bland playing at a high level most of the season. Adding someone like Stingley would not only fill a glaring need but could elevate our entire defense to a new level. His projected impact, an additional 8 interceptions, a 23% reduction in EPA per pass, and an ability to completely neutralize the top receivers. We've seen what a lockdown corner can do. Think about how this would open up opportunities for our pass rush, led by Micah Parsons, and give us the chance to force turnovers more consistently. Plus, with the secondary's improved stability, we could see a big drop in third down conversions, our defense's Achilles heel, improving from 39% to a much more manageable number. The potential signing of Stingley isn't just about immediate impact. It could be a catalyst for the entire unit. Our defense, which has historically been our backbone, could become one of the league's top units if we lock him in. This would also allow our front seven to play more freely, knowing that the secondary is locked down. With Parsons leading the charge, we're already a disruptive force. Adding a player like Stingley, who can match up one-on-one with the best receivers, takes us to another level. The turnover margin would improve, and we'd see more drives ending in our favor, cutting down on opponents' time of possession and tire out their offenses. And of course, the timing couldn't be better. The Cowboys are already in a solid position, sitting at 5-4, but every game counts. especially as we look ahead to the playoff push. A trade for Stingley, especially if it's a second-round pick in 2026, could be the missing piece that pushes us over the top. His presence could tilt the tide in crucial games, especially in the postseason where every possession counts. The Super Bowl odds would also skyrocket, with bookmakers already shifting the line from +8, 0 to +3, 500 after the rumors started swirling. That's a clear indication that the market believes this move could turn the Cowboys into serious contenders. However, not everyone is sold on the idea. Critics argue that trading such a talented player, especially one with Pro Bowl credentials and top PFF grades, could weaken Houston's secondary in the short term. They point out that Houston's secondary has been inconsistent, and losing Stingley might make them more vulnerable, especially given their need for cap space to re-sign other young talent or upgrade their roster. Plus, some analysts question whether the Cowboys should give up a second-round pick for a player who's still relatively young and might be injury-prone. He's had a rib injury that limited him for part of the season, after all. But from the Cowboys' perspective, this is a no-brainer. We need that lockdown corner to take our defense from good to elite. With Trevon Diggs returning from injury and the emergence of Deron Bland, adding Stingley would bring that extra element of security, allowing us to rotate more freely, keep players fresh, and stay aggressive. We've seen what top-tier defenses can do. Just look at the 2024 season so far, where turnovers and pressure have been the keys to winning games. If we can add a player like Stingley, it's not just about making the playoffs. It's about making a real run at the Super Bowl, and that's what every Cowboys fan is dreaming of. Looking ahead, the impact of such a trade could ripple through the NFC East and beyond. The Eagles and Giants are formidable opponents, but if Dallas can shore up the secondary with Stingley, our chances of shutting down their top receivers and forcing turnovers would increase significantly. Our defense, already playing at a high level, could become an unstoppable force, especially with the added confidence of knowing our secondary is locked down. And in the playoffs, where defenses often determine the winners, having a shutdown corner like Stingley could be the difference between a deep run and an early exit. So this move, if it materializes, could be one of the most strategic and impactful trades in recent Cowboys history. It's about more than just adding talent. It's about reshaping our identity on defense and sending a message that we're here to contend, to dominate, and to finally bring that coveted Super Bowl back to Arlington. The next few days are going to be crucial with the trade deadline approaching, and Cowboys fans should be keeping a close eye on every rumor and report. Because if we land Stingley Jr., get ready, this season could become even more special. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe adding Stingley Jr. will push us over the edge? Or are you cautious about giving up a valuable pick for a player who's still young and has had injury issues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. This team's journey is far from over, and with your support, we'll keep bringing you all the insights, rumors, and analysis you need to stay ahead of the game. Let's go, boys.